Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins. While court is in session, please keep your backgrounds quiet and clear. Sit back and wait for your names to be called. If you're in a vehicle, there's no drive while court is in session. Please remain properly dressed at all times. No laying down, no slouching or sleeping, or smoking or eating or drinking while court is in session. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Mr. Tyler Graff, Michael Graff. There, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Morning to you. Now be a good morning, member. Okay, this is the City of Detroit versus Tyler Michael Graff, case number U59444521. Mr. Graff, did you have proof of the firearm safety class?
Yes.
Okay. You have to email me that proof, sir.
I'm sorry, I have to email it to you?
Yes, sir. I'm sending you my email address in the chat now. I'm sending everybody my email address in the chat right now.
Okay, so just take a picture and send it to you.
Do you have a way that you can, did you get it? Is it online? Can you forward that?
I can't, it's not online. I might be able to look it up online and send it to you.
All right, see if you can get that. I'm sorry, Madam Court Reporter. Were you ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. Send me that documentation. I'm going to pass this matter until I get that document. Mr. Glover.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
All right, this is the City of Detroit versus Marquise Glover. Case number SP. Well, case number 162303671. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Boffman, P55052, on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Glover, your name, please.
Marquise Glover.
Good morning, Mr. Glover, Mr. Boffman. So here's the deal, Mr. Glover. I do recognize this is a 2016 case. Your options right now are either to plead to the open intox passenger, which is a 2-point offense. I'm going to fine you $240, and I'll give you time to pay. or you can set a trial date in this matter and take your chances there. Yeah, I have Mr. Bachman on the line. If you want to speak with him regarding some advice moving forward, I can set you up in a breakout room. If you want to take the deal now, or if you want to get a trial now, we can get it done right now. You let me know what you want to do, sir.
Can you hear me? You said I would have to pay how much?
$240. The thing about this charge is the offer that the city attorney offers is a 2-point offense. The pleading straight up to the offense itself is a 2-point offense. So, you know, I'm told that, and I can't confirm that any way, one way or the other, whether the what way the city, the insurance company looks at that offense, but some say that the insurance company looks a little more favorably about the open intox passenger than the open intox driver. And I don't know if Mr. Bachman could chime in on that or not.
I definitely have an opinion. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Forgive me. I keep doing that. Go ahead.
No, don't worry about that. If you can help Mr. Glover, then that's what you're here for. So
Yeah, please allow me to go to the breakout room briefly with Mr. Glover. A few things I think you should know. Thank you.
Mr. Glover, you want to speak to Mr. Bachman?
Well, let me explain. Hold on 1 second.
You're gonna have to stop talking, sir. We're in court. So you're gonna have to mute your phone or handle your business another time or. Okay. Mr. Ochablanco.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Is your attorney?
Good morning.
Is your attorney here today?
I don't see him as of yet.
Because I think you're gonna need him, sir.
Okay, let me give him a quick call and see if he picks up.
All right.
Thank you.
Stephanie Lindsay?
Yes.
Ms. Lindsay, you gotta put your phone on mute, please. You gotta put your phone on
You're
mute.
not put her phone on mute now. She's talking.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus Stephanie Lindsay, case numbers SP 1125424, counts 1 and counts 2. It appears, Miss Lindsay, that you've already pled on these cases. And you were assessed some fines. Today is the date and time set for a review. How can I help you? Is this a situation where you need some more time to pay, ma'am?
Yes. So the thing was, I had tried to email you 3 days after I met with you the first time to let you know that I had to wait on an appointment to get the internet installed for me to do the online course. So I didn't finish the course all the way. I still have like 6 more modules to take, and I wanted to know if I can have an extension on this.
Did I refer you to, that was the Michigan Defense for Driving Course. Okay.
Yes.
Certainly you can. I told you I would give you more time if you needed, so, I'm gonna give you, another 30 days, ma'am.
Thank you.
September.
But also too, I tried to email you and it said the email address was not found. So can I have hear your email, or did you put it in the chat already?
I put it in the chat already. I'll send it again if you need. I'll send it again.
Thank you.
Now, are we talking about, these old cases that you had as well? Are those the ones you paid the money? Let me see what you have. You had a, I don't understand why he wanted you to go to defensive driving.
Take a sobriety.
That's meetings from, numbers, but that was a long time ago. Okay, very well. If you don't, did you get the chat? Did you get the email address, ma'am?
It went off the screen, so I was trying to get it. Now I'm gonna go to the chat. You said it's in the chat.
Yes.
Oh, I see it, Sean Perkins. Okay, I'm on the screen.
You have to put the dot in there too, ma'am.
I didn't hear you.
You have to have the dot in there too, the period in there too, so it won't.
Okay.
Well, that.
I see it now. I have it.
All right, very well. If there's nothing further, Ms. Lindsay, we'll see you back on September 1st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m.
8:30. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Mr. Okay, that's proof of your gun license, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. They couldn't print it off because it was expired, but this was the best they could do. They put the seal on there in the corner.
So this license is expired now anyway, but when was the date of the offense?
I believe it was May or March.
It was February, so that, the license, but I ordered you to take a gun safety course.
Okay, so I have to take one, correct?
And that's what I ordered you, gun safety course and proof of valid CPL.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I had to do that after this court date.
Dogs in the background.
I'm sorry about that.
I apologize, Your Honor, court reporter. Are we back on the record with Mr. Graff yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Mr. Graff, okay, so you're gonna have to take the gun safety course, madam. Do they have a gun safety course down in probation that they can assign them to?
Yes, I believe they still do.
I'm gonna have you call probation, sir. You have an
Okay.
ink pen?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You have an ink pen?
I'm sorry, I just couldn't hear you that one.
Do you have an ink pen, Mr. Graff?
I don't know what that is.
An ink pen to write down probation's number.
Oh, a pen, yes. 1 second, please. Yep,
Okay. 313.
Yep.
965
okay,
3414.
okay. Got it.
Gun safety course.
Okay.
Now, do we need an order for him to get over there?
I can write it up, but usually they can just call for the information.
Yeah, call and ask for a gun safety course. We're gonna write up an order anyway, to make sure that's done. We're gonna have you back on September 1st, sir.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right, no problem. At 8:30 a.m.
September 1st, 8:30 a.m. I'll see you then.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, my girl. Good morning.
Morning. So good.
Where are we at, Mr. Baughman? Back on the record with, Mr. Glover, Marquis Glover.
Your Honor, at this time, the defendant wants to continue a not guilty plea. We're asking this matter be set for the best Zoom bench trial date. These are 2016 matters. There is a genuine and material issue of fact. We'd like to set it for trial, please, and thank you.
Okay, was that, I have a trial date here for October the 5th,
Understood.
2021. Is this a situation where he's having problems with his license, or is that October 5th date gonna be okay?
Exactly. We'll take the best date the court can give. We understand that the docket is congested and that COVID has caused aggravations of scheduling for the court. So October 5th would be fine. My client and I have talked about it. He knows he's been in this basket for a minute, so he's going to be patient and work this out and appear at a trial date on October 5th. Is that right, Mr. Glover?
I'm willing to work with him. If he needs a sooner date, we can see if we can get it for him. But October 5th, if you're okay with that date, then we'll do that.
Well, then, yeah, please, we could take a sooner date, Your Honor. This is he's endeavoring to get his license back. This is the last hurdle for him.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. It was okay. Yeah. You kind of needed here. That's all. Did you get my ass and need to go back?
Oh, no. It was all right.
Do y'all have offers?
Yeah. Who's on the iPhone there?
It's Mr. Gaines.
Okay. Gang. Good morning to you, sir.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
August 23rd, Your Honor.
August 23rd. This is Terrence Gaines.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please mute your phone, sir, until I call your name. Everybody, please mute their phones until I call their name.
Okay.
All right. What'd you say, August 23rd? I got August 23rd for you, sir, Mr. Glover, at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, you have a very good day.
Hold on, sir. Is that Zoom court too?
Yes, just like you did this morning.
Okay, hold on just a second. October 23rd at 9?
No. August.
August 23rd.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you. Okay.
3 weeks from now.
August 23rd at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And that's also Zoom, right?
Yes, sir.
Just verifying. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Nothing further. You have a good day, sir.
You too.
All right. Let's go to, what's the counselor? I got a couple of lawyers on the line. State your names, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Harrison appearing on behalf of Uriel Lopez.
All right.
And good morning, y'all. This is attorney Kevin Bassan. I'm a Nikolai Gore, but I'm still waiting for my client to zoom in.
Good morning to you guys.
Good morning,
All right.
Judge.
Let's go. All right. Does your client have a middle name, counselor?
Mr. Lopez,
Yes.
I am not sure if he does or not. He is online. Mr. Lopez, can you advise the court if you have a middle name?
No, I do not,
Very well.
Your Honor.
This is the city of Detroit versus Uriel Lopez, case number SP 114263 counts 1 and counts 2. Right. Counselor, put your appearance on the record, please.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Michael Harrison, P 52656, appearing on behalf of Mr. Lopez.
So, I noticed that there was a pretrial. Looks like you guys were here earlier, but today is the date and time set for a pretrial in the matter. And I have this offer that's in the file that leads to amended count of improper plates. That's a $240 fine. It is a misdemeanor, but it does not abstract to the Secretary of State and dismissal of the other count. I'll ask you, Counselor, does your client have registration and insurance?
Your Honor, yes, he does. And last time we were here, we had some conversations with City of Detroit prosecutor Dante Goss, and Mr. Goss indicated that at that time that there may be an offer that we were hoping didn't involve pleading to a criminal offense if we obtain those. Mr. Lopez, because of COVID, wasn't able to get his registration with the Secretary of State. This was his old vehicle that he was just scrapping. Since that trial date, Mr. Lopez obtained registration, obtained proof of insurance. I forwarded those items to Mr. Goss, Judge, and I don't know if there's a representative of the City of Detroit who I could forward it to here today, or if there's someone who could consider another offer. My client understands that he's responsible. He's willing to pay,
Okay,
reasonable.
Counselor, I don't mean to cut you short, Counselor, but we'll get this together with a few less words. You've done a very good job. I'm sure that I think Mr. Goss's policy is if he's got insurance and registration at this time, then he will make a different offer. So let me pass that. Let me get Mr. Goss in here so you can speak with him, and then we'll go from there, sir.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Okay. Let's go with Nicholas LaFleur. All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Nicholas Michael LaFleur. Case numbers SP 114840001 and SP 1148440. Mr. LaFleur, are you there, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you please state your name for the record, sir?
Nicholas Michael LaFleur.
Harry Bottom for the defendant.
Very well. I don't see you, Mr. LaFleur.
Hi. Sorry about that.
All right, so Mr. LaFleur, you got 2 counts entering without permission, and a driver's license failed to display. The typical offer here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Boffman, is they don't dismiss these entering without permission, so that's gonna be a plea, I guess, to the amended count of disorderly conduct, and then the other matter will be dismissed. I will fine you $240, and I'll give you some time to pay, but you can also set a trial date in the matter, sir. And you can have your case, take your case to trial. We'll have the officer in, to have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
No, thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to take the deal.
All right, Mr. LaFleur, let me wait until the city attorney comes in. Is that generally on entering without permission?
Yes, sir.
Mr. LaFleur, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Mr. LaFleur, you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, Your Honor.
You stand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. LaFleur, let me draw your attention to December 22nd, 2020, at around 4:31 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of 19938 Elmira Street near East State Fair. Mr. LaFleur, did you have an occasion to have contact with the Detroit police on that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that date, were you on that property that I just listed in the record?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
And you didn't have permission to be there, did you, sir?
No, sir, I did not.
Satisfied, thank you.
All right, very well, I'm satisfied as well. The court is going to find you guilty of the amended count of disorderly conduct, Mr. LaFleur. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. And then with the stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss the other matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So stipulated, Your Honor, thank you.
When can you pay, sir?
Your Honor, I can pay that today.
Very well. I'm going to put in the computer August 9th, 2021, sir. So if you find yourself in a position where you can't get that paid today, that's $240. If you find yourself in this position where you can't get it paid today and you can't get it paid by August 9th, you're going to need to zoom back in to see if the court can find you some more time. Let me take it. The disorderly conduct without permission that's submitted to disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct. Okay, very well. And so, sir, if you find yourself by August 9th, you can't pay that, you need to zoom back in and see if the court can find you some more time, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I will pay it today.
All right, very well. If there's nothing further, sir, you have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay, so. Call.
Officer, Thomas, Jason Thomas.
We have Mr. Harrison wants to speak to you about Mr. Lopez. He has 2 counts, one of unregistered, untitled, and no insurance. He says that last time we spoke that there was a potential of giving him a better offer if he brought insurance and registration at this time. You read it? He's supposed to send it to you on your email. He doesn't have it for that vehicle. He has it for his current vehicle. That vehicle is no longer in existence according to the attorney. According to what he told us. Right, Mr. Harrison?
Judge, no, we have, on the old vehicle, my client did go and get registration and insurance pursuant to my discussions with Mr. Goss. I forwarded email copies of both documents this morning to him.
Let's put this back on the record. We're back on the record with Mr. Uriel Lopez. So, Counselor, you mentioned that that your client had sent documentation over to Mr. Goss for that vehicle in question. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. Yes.
All right. He's reviewing that now.
Thank you to both of you.
Excuse me, Attorney Harrison.
Put your appearance on the record.
You sent me a document, I can't open it.
Put your appearance on.
May it please the court, Dante Goss on behalf of the city of Detroit.
Good morning again. For the record, Michael Harrison on behalf of Uriel Lopez. Mr. Goss, I sent you what my client sent me photographs of the 2 documents by text. I forwarded those by email to you. I'm not sure. I'm not a technologist. I'm not exactly sure why you can't open them. I could show you them here by Zoom if that would be sufficient. I can open them on my phone and show it to you if that would be satisfactory, sir.
Actually, I was able to pull up the other one. Your Honor, this time, the city has no objections to this motion to dismiss.
Okay.
Due to proper documentation.
All right. Very well. Counselor, your client's cases are going to be dismissed due to proper documentation. The city attorney have not contested your motion.
I would so move in with my gratitude to Mr. Goss.
Very well, Counselor. If there's nothing further, you and your client have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
I'll judge Your Honor. This is the court. I get a couple minutes before we move to the next.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we're in recess for a couple minutes. Let's do this. Who's got the iPhone?
Now he's wanting to.
I have a name.
Terrence Gaines.
Say that again.
Terrence Gaines.
I got you, Mr. Gaines. You can mute yourself, please. There's another iPhone on the line.
Is it Catherine Gwen?
That would be you, Miss Gwen. Morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Catherine Gwen. Let's see if we see. Okay, I have, can you mute yourself, ma'am? I have LG Stylo 5. Can you please unmute yourself and state your name?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Marcus Loving.
Okay. Marcus Loving. Okay, good morning, Mr. Loving.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And T-Mobile.
Can you mute yourself, please, Mr. Loving? Then I have a Rebel 4 audio. I mean, a Rebel 4. That young lady in the middle there.
Kizzy Lloyd, I think this is a T-Mobile if I'm not mistaken. I have a court date at 9 o'clock. It's a review.
Lloyd?
Yes.
Oh, Kizzy Lloyd. Check these reviews on.
Yes, ma'am. She's got the,
Everybody's paid.
commission. Oh, okay, I'll give you the new one.
I'm
No, I'll do it.
But the reviews, we can, they're done and
Right.
everything, if they just need more time. Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. Let's call, Mrs., I had your, Mrs. Micaiah Gibson Love. This is the city of Detroit versus Micaiah Gibson Love, case number SP 1154037.
Hi, Your Honor.
How are you doing, Ms. Love, Gibson Love? You appear that you may need some more time to pay. Am I correct?
No, I had paid my 130. I paid all my tickets. I just owe $134 more. I paid the 130 something. I had 2 tickets to pay, and that's it.
All right, it says you owe $200 here.
Yeah, I owe $200. That's it. I can pay that today, and I'll be through.
All right, so, well, what do you want to do? You want to, if you pay it today, you can zoom back in and we can close it out.
Okay, that's all I owe. That can be all my tickets right there.
That's all you owe. It's just what appears here. It's just all you owe.
Yeah, then I owe Highland Park, and I paid them. Here go my money order right here.
I don't need to see Highland Park, ma'am.
Okay, well, I can pay the $200. I go to the chaos and pay that today.
All right, and when you're done, when you get that done, zoom back in if you can, please.
Okay,
Well, let's see.
Huh?
Yeah, just let us know so I can make sure that case is closed out.
Okay, cause see,
All
right
right.
now I don't have no lead twist because of the storm, and they trying to fix our power. We've been out of power for 3 days.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am.
Yeah, so I got to ride all the way to Hamtramck because they got a chaos if I can go and pay it.
Okay. All right. When you get that paid, zoom back in, please, and we can close it out.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Okay.
Thank you as well. All right. Let's call the city of Detroit versus Carlos Ocho Blanco, case number Z7883341. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning. I believe.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Natman, P42983, on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Ocho Blanco, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. This is Carlos
Okay.
Ochoa.
Okay, I'm not seeing you on the Zoom, but then again, there's a lot of people there.
So, first of all, did we get somebody for probation?
Yes, he's on the line, Your Honor.
That's Mr. Officer Joseph Thomas.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Officer Joseph
Good
Thomas
morning.
on behalf of the probation department.
Okay, very well. So we have all the parties here. And first of all, I require Mr. Ocho Blanco to test. Can you give us some information regarding that, Mr. Officer Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke to the defendant on July 13th. I referred him to ATS for the 3 times weekly alcohol screening ordered. According to their database, as of today, there is no test.
I don't understand that. My client tested continuously 3 times a week since he was asked.
All right, well,
He
how do we
says
have?
he had no problems with any tests.
If I may be given an opportunity to speak, it's through.
I think you might be, listen, if you want, I'll give you the opportunity, but let me stop first. If you want to speak, and you want to check with your attorney, I can put it in the breakout room before you speak. Unless you just want to work without your attorney that you pay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Just hold off.
You want a breakout room?
No, we're fine, Judge, for now.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Ocho Blanco, your attorney says you guys are fine, you don't need a breakout room.
Your Honor, if I may, he was also referred to on-site. They have not provided me any proof of testing. That does not mean he did not go there. They only send me if he fails to report or if he fails to test cleanly. So I don't have anything from them at this time saying he did go or did not go. If he has proof, if he or his attorney have proof.
Stop you, Officer Thomas. If the site is going to give you information only when they fail to test or if they fail to show, can we reasonably assume that he's done that then? If you haven't got any information from them?
I just need to have some time then to confirm if on-site if he did test, because they'll be able to tell me on the phone. If that's where he's saying he went, is that where you went, sir? Then
yes, sir.
I will need to just confirm that if I can't get anything from their site.
Well,
if he's saying he did.
Who did you tell him to test with?
Provided him 2 referrals because that way he can have a more broad location list to go through.
And was on-site one of those referrals?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to find out what on-site says. If you want to, we're going to give you that opportunity to call them. And we also had a situation where Mr. Blanco. Okay, let me ask you this, Counselor. When did your client leave the state?
I'm not sure when he left the state, Judge. I'm perfectly free with asking him that. When did you leave the state, Carlos?
It was, I believe it was either 2012 or 13, if I recall.
Because I think the last time we were here, I know the last time we were here, you referenced that we had no jurisdiction over Mr. Ocho Blanco because he did not, because the 2 years probation period was up. Go ahead.
No, that was my understanding. I mean, if he has left the state and that told it, then I obviously was mistaken, Judge.
Right, and that's what I was going to address. And also, he hadn't complied with any of the conditions that he entered into at that time. So we also have a condition of alcohol highway safety program and victims impact program. Can you address that? And then attend Alcoholics Anonymous 1 time per week. Can you address those issues, Counselor?
Judge, you also asked at the last hearing about his probation in Florida.
I did.
And I provided on Friday, I sent to the court by email documentation that he had paid everything in Florida, that he attended a victim impact panel there, that he had done his evaluation and completed the Traffic Safety Institute class, and that he had completed treatment for alcohol while down in Florida on probation and successfully completed his term of probation there for his subsequent offense. I mean, we understand and agree that he committed another offense, and the court was made aware of that last time. You asked for, and I represented at that time, he had completed probation down there successfully. You asked for proof of that, we provided it.
Yeah, I'm in receipt of those documents from your email on Friday. I did receive those, and I've had an opportunity to review those documents. However, there are still things that would have to be completed before he's released from probation here in Michigan. Now,
yes, Judge.
And I'm gonna speak to Officer Joseph Thomas regarding this. As for the information, let me ask you this: has your client done the Victims Impact Panel for Michigan? Because I think we talked about that the last time as well, and getting those things.
And I don't think he did. He did the Victim Impact Panel down in Florida. I don't know that it's any different, but I mean, obviously that's a one evening program. He'd be willing to do it here if the court required.
And Officer Thomas, was there for a second DUI offense? Because when we talk about in the conversations we had last time, there was an indication that obviously Michigan had to know about the Florida offense, and I don't see any reference to that in any of the documents you showed me. So, Officer Thomas, when the second DUI offense is committed, is there a different Victims Impact Panel that the defendant can attend, or what would be the ramifications of a second DUI offense?
Well, Your Honor, with the Victim Impact Panel, there's only one course that there is offered for that. Typically, though, with a second DUI offense, I'd have to do a more thorough evaluation of the defendant, but typically we'd look at like alcohol highway safety level 2. We'd be looking at perhaps an alcohol awareness class. I've seen some courtrooms want to offer the driver simulator program. That's no longer offered, just to make you aware of that. But there are other alternatives for someone who does have a second DUI offense. We do have additional resources. And if I also wanted to add, Your Honor, I did speak to a representative from on-site. He has been testing there cleanly for the breathalyzer there.
As he represented, you want to put your experience on the record, Counselor?
Dante Gawks, we have the city of Detroit, Your Honor. I guess my biggest issue is no one has discussed the actual violation itself to Michigan, or Detroit's probation of the second DUI. That needs to be addressed and handled as also, Your Honor. Because while he was on probation, he did pick up another DUI.
And yeah, we're not contesting that the Florida offense happened after this offense.
So, anything to say on that regard, Mr. Thomas?
I was not aware this defendant was actually on probation with our department. He was referred to me only for pretrial testing.
Well, to give you some background, Mr. Ocho Blanco had was caught the DUI offense here in Michigan on November 16th, 2008. And Mr. Ocho Blanco was ordered to pay a total of $1,394 in fines and costs, which is still outstanding. I will state for the record that he has a $2,000 cash bond sitting at the court now that he posted on June the 4th, 2021. Mr. Ocho Blanco was subsequently ordered to do the urinalysis drug testing. He was ordered to do the alcohol highway safety education program. He was ordered to do the victims impact panel. He was ordered to attend Alcohol Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous 1 time per week and submit drug urinalysis. Must not consume alcohol, any alcoholic beverages. And any violation at that time, the judge was ordering him to 45 days. Since that time, what I'm told is Mr. Ocho Blanco at some point absconded from probation, and he went down to Florida and committed a second DUI offense that he pled guilty to, and on or about or in the area of 2015 or thereabouts.
Correct.
He was ordered there to do some sort of he participated in an evaluation and has successfully completed a level 1 curriculum of substance abuse and driving education that was done on March 22nd, 2015. And he did do the victims impact panel in Manatee County that I have here. If we're going to accept these documents as authentic, because I'm just relying on what what his counsel has submitted to the court that I'm sure he got directly from his client. But be that as it may, he has a receipt for fines and costs paid up $1,589 and proof of the victim's impact panel, proof that he had evaluation, at least some evaluation done. So that's where we are. And it is now time for Mr. Ocho Blanco to pay his debt to the citizens of the great state of Michigan. But we were, Mr. Goss has brought it to the court's attention and probation's attention that there should be some sort of violation or schedule a violation hearing so that Mr. Ocho Blanco can be heard if he wants to defend himself as it relates to the allegations of being absconded and things of that nature.
And the DUI, additional DUI.
And the additional DUI.
Okay.
Well, Judge, procedurally, I think we already admitted to the violation for failure to comply with all the terms of the probation that we admitted to last time. The only other thing would be picking up the additional case, which, I mean, you know, for practical purposes, we're not contesting. I don't know that it would benefit anything to have an additional violation of probation filed on it because the court's already aware of it. So it's not going to change anything one way or another. I don't think it's going to affect the court's decision if there was another violation of probation filed or not. But I would point out in 2015, my client drove under the influence. He was convicted. He served his sentence. Those have been the only 2 criminal matters that he's been guilty of. He apparently, from all indications, at that point has not been in trouble since that anybody is aware of, and is not, you know, he turned himself in on this warrant because he's trying to clear up everything that was hanging loose in his life. He's employed, he's got a good job. This is something he wanted to clear up, and he approached the court to turn himself in to address this. It's noteworthy that in 6 years, he hasn't picked up any kind of violation, which would have caused him to be brought in involuntarily before the court on this violation warrant, and instead turned himself in. And he chose to come here and address it. I think the court is well within its jurisdiction to continue him on probation, as you've indirectly pointed out, and ensure that he continues to do what he should be doing. And if you should decide to do that, you can. And if you want, certainly you can take whatever money's owed out of the bond right now. And then if you want to impose sanctions, it would be within your power to do so. But I think you should do so knowing that this is somebody who's not the same person who was put on probation in 2005, was it? No, 2009. And it's not the same person who violated and caught another case and was convicted in Florida in 2015. This is a different person, somebody who's proven not only through the record since then, but in their most recent testing that they're not that same person, that they're not violating, and that there's somebody who the court can now trust. You asked him to come back, he did. You asked him to test, he did, and he came up clean. You asked him to provide proof on his previous probation, he provided that. That all needs to be taken into account also. So I'd ask the court to take all that into account. I don't think this is somebody who needs to go to jail right now. And if he does pick up, I mean, his only real problem seems to be drunk driving. If he does another one, it's a felony and he's looking at mandatory jail.
Your response, Counselor?
Your Honor, Mr. Ocho Blanco has absconded from the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, since 2009. This is 2021. Yes, he picked up another case 7 years after the original case. And up until June of this year, he absconded again after he never notified the 36th District Court that he picked up another DUI. And at that point, from 2015 until June of 2021, he said nothing. His attorney keeps saying that he's such a great citizen, but he continued the same behavior of absconding from the citizens of the city of Detroit for over six years. Just now, you want to take care of it, because most likely it's some type of job issue that he can't have a misdemeanor open. So that's the only reason why he's trying to take care of this matter. But since 2009, the citizens of the city of Detroit has been waiting for him to pay his debt to us, and he has not. Yes, he's taking his test now. He's sober now, but at the same time, these issues and crimes are very egregious because it's drinking and driving. This is not petty larceny or anything like this. He could have killed someone twice by drinking and driving, Your Honor. And that's why the city has a hard stance on how we handle these type of matters, Your Honor. And once he continued to disregard the citizens of the city of Detroit, that is a concern, Your Honor. So I know it's your discretion, but this is the city's position in this.
Very well. Very well. I've heard both sides, and I will say both sides make a compelling argument. What I'm going to do is I am going to allow Probation Officer Thomas to do an assessment on Mr. Ocho Blanco. I will note that Mr. Ocho Blanco, you came here over a month ago, albeit having absconded for over 11, 12 years or whatever. But you said you were gonna be clean, and I put you through, rigorous testing, you comply with that, you were clean. So that means a lot. I do understand the debts of society and the prices that you have to pay for the crimes that you have committed. And but I also do give deference to somebody who's trying to clean their life up and that has done the right things to do that. But again, I told you, you're not going to get off scot-free. I'm going to reduce the number of testing in this to 1 time a week. I think he was doing 3 times a week. Am I correct with that, Counselor?
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to order you to have the assessment done by the probation department, because I do want to see what they have to say. I want that alcohol highway safety class done as well. That was something that you had entered into. And since there's no secondary victim impact class, I'm going to accept the victim impact course from 2015 in Florida. But when can we come back here, Mr. Thomas? How long will it take you to do your assessment of Mr. Ocho Blanco?
Your Honor, I would estimate, typically when we order these, we do 4 weeks. I can probably do it in less just because I've already spoken to the defendant. We have an open line of communication. I just have to speak to him and arrange a day and time for us to meet, conduct the interview. He has to do the Needs Plus, and he will have to do, this is just the basic SAE protocol, do another drug screening. I'll probably just accept the weekly one from him. I would say 2-3 weeks, just to make sure that we have enough time to get everything checked up on and taken care of.
Well, I'm not trying to rush the process and rush you. I know you have a lot of things to do. If there's something, is your client, I know that the city attorney referenced that there may be some reason why he wanted to come clear this up other than just clear it up. Does your client have something in the wings in the balance that he needs to have this taken care of sooner rather than later? Or is that 4-week time, is he going to be able to, is that going to be okay with your client?
Maybe he should answer that directly, Judge. Is 4 weeks good, Mr. Carlos, or?
That is acceptable to me. I'm perfectly fine with whatever you guys want to schedule.
Because if it's something in the nature of a job, Mr. Ocho Blanco, I would be inclined to schedule that sooner rather than later, because that's important. You got to have a job to feed yourself, and you got to have a job to pay us, because there's going to be some additional fines and costs that relate to this matter. But if 4 weeks is acceptable, then we will do. We'll be back here then September 1st. 2021 at 8:30 a.m.
That'd be fine, Judge.
And is there anything else? We'll have to put that. Then we say alcohol highway safety course. We'll have to put that in order for you, Officer Thomas.
Your Honor, would you like him to complete that before the September 1st day? Do you want me to, because I was going to recommend it otherwise, more than likely, given it's a drunk driving case.
Yeah, I definitely would like him to complete that, because I want to get this behind us sooner rather than later as well. So if he gets that done, I mean, it's going to be some additional. Well, we'll visit that next month. But yeah, I would definitely like him to complete that highway safety course next month. And then I'm going to order at least. I'm going to keep in place at least that 1 time per week Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. I think that if you know, with his history, there's definitely, even though he's clean now as he says he is, there's definitely a benefit that Mr. Ocho Blanco can gain from that program. So I'm gonna order that one time a week, and I'm gonna order the urinary analysis screening one time a week. I'm gonna order the alcohol highway safety class be completed before September 1st. And then I'm gonna order all the parties back. I'm gonna order an assessment done on Mr. Ocho Blanco, and I'm gonna order all the parties back on September 1st, and we will impose sentence on that day.
Yes, Judge.
Very well, Counselor. If there's nothing further from you or your client, I wish you guys have the best day. And Officer Thomas, I appreciate you zooming in today and providing that information for the court.
Mr. Blanco, I will be contacting you by phone later today. Okay, sir?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, is Stephanie Lindsay still here? Or is she gone? She's, okay, so who do we have? This is this information. Review. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Kissy Renee Lloyd. Case number is SP 115-38651 and SP 115-38662.
Yes.
And this is
You said Kizzy Lloyd? Excuse me, sir.
yes, yes, Ms. Lloyd. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, I appreciate your patience, ma'am. We're here today is the date and time set for a review in this matter. I see that you were supposed to have these matters paid off today, and I see that right now you don't have that done. So you need more time?
No, excuse me. Remember you had told me to use like if you can't pay the 63.
Say that again, ma'am.
I did 15 hours of community. You told me to call Ms. Green, and I called Ms. Green, and she gave me a number to call to do my 15 hours of community service for the 365.
And did you provide that community service? Did you provide that information to? I do see that. That's what's said in the record.
Yes, I provided it to Ms. Green.
Let's get Mrs. Green on the line. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Community service, and I'm in receipt of community service compliance report. Went to the Georgia Street Community Collective.
Yeah.
So what kind of community service did they have you doing, Miss Lloyd?
They like a garden. They plant tomatoes and all that stuff. They had me pulling a lot of weeds to the front and stuff and pulling out weeds.
And that was ordered on 7/2, and you got that done pretty quick. And I guess by 7/14, you got all your community service hours done. So I'm in receipt of the compliance report for community service. Mrs. Lloyd basically volunteered to do. She had the option of paying the fines and costs or doing 15 hours of community service. I see that you've done that community service, Mrs. Lloyd. For that reason, you've met your end of the bargain. We're going to zero these amounts out because of your compliance in that 15 hours of community service, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Lloyd, if there's nothing further, you have a very good day.
Thank you. I'll be coming back to court on the 9th. I got another court day with you.
You still getting in trouble, Miss Lloyd?
No, this is the same. It's with the same issue. I have another court date on the 9/16 with you.
Well, let's deal with that now. Let's deal with that now. Why wasn't that encompassed in this deal that you had today?
I don't know. All I see, I just received it with this card and it said a showcase on there. Proceed, showcase.
Okay, what we're gonna do, I am going to dismiss that matter now.
Thank you, kindly, Your Honor. We are so moved.
All right. So, Ms. Lloyd, let me see, where is let's go back here.
On the ticket, it say no valid registration. So
I got it. I'm gonna dismiss the matter now.
Thank you.
Okay, so what? Yeah.
If there's nothing further, you have a very good day, okay?
You too. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna waive any warrant fees. You may have, well, we're gonna wipe out all your fees.
I don't think I have any. Oh.
All right? All right, very well. If there's nothing further, ma'am, you have a very good day. All right. This was mixed up. Rodney Greens. Okay. Put that in, dismiss that case there, and then wipe out all our fees for community service. Okay. All right. Who else is here for review?
Hi, Your Honor, this is Micaiah Gibson.
Paid that, Mr. Gibson?
Yes, I paid it. Here, go right here. Wait a minute. Here you go.
All right. I see that you paid that. We're gonna close that matter. You got it. I got it. All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Gibson.
So I'm through with all my tickets paid?
Through with all your tickets in the 36th District Court. I don't know. You guys said you got Highland Park, Hamtramck, Allen Park.
No, I just got Highland Park. I'm through with it. I'm gonna pay them today too.
Oh, I thought you had all those other ones too. All right, Ms. Gibson.
No,
All right.
no, sir. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You as well. Let's give Mr. Darren Lee.
I'm here, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, we talked last time about you doing the Michigan defensive driving.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, I don't have proof of that. Did you do that course?
I emailed it to you, sir.
Did? When did you email it to me?
This morning, when you posted your email address.
This is not. This is a driving course. This is not. Is this the Michigan defensive driving course?
Yes, sir. That's what I found when I looked it up online. That's what popped up, and it said Michigan defensive driving.
But they don't have, this doesn't, let's call it a case. Oh, let me see, Counselor, did your client ever show up? Hold on. Let's call it a case. This is the city of Detroit versus Darren Gerard Lee.
Yes, sir.
Case numbers 11766675, counts 1 and counts 2, and count 3. Case number SP 11766881. Case numbers SX3905339, counts 1 and counts 2. Case number 217244848, counts 1, 2, and 3, and 217334951. 217334952, 217334971.
Harry Bachman for the defendant. Sir, state your name, please.
My name is Darian Lee.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Lee, it appears that you may have either taken the wrong course or something a little more nefarious is going on. I'm going to assume the former, because I gave you the information to the Michigan Defensive Driving course, and this is not the type of certificate that they provide.
I took a 4-hour course yesterday, sir.
It's not a 4-hour course, it's an 8-hour course.
I Michigan Defensive Drive, I clicked on it, that's what it routed me to. It was a $35 course. It took like 4 hours.
It's supposed to be a $60 course for 8 hours.
I didn't know. I just seen Michigan Defensive Driving. I hit the first one when I looked it up. You didn't give me a exact site to go to, so I just went on.
I did give you an exact site to go to.
I'm sorry, sir.
I did give you an exact site to go to.
I don't believe so. You just told me Michigan.
Sir.
I apologize.
I gave you MichiganDefensiveDriving.com. Now, what I will say when I pull up, when I just type in Michigan Defensive Driving in the search box, I think I see the course that you took. But when you just put it in the search box, the first couple of places that come up are www.michigansafetycouncil.com. If you scroll down further, you will see MichiganDefensiveDriving.com, the actual site that I gave you. Be that as it may, put your appearance on the record, please.
I'm sorry?
No, this is for the other council.
Dante goes on behalf of the city of Detroit.
Okay. We have Mr. I'm gonna get rid of that noise now. Mr. Lee, that he was here last month, and he was ordered to take, well, he wasn't ordered, he was he requested to take a Michigan Defensive Driving course to see if he can get some sort of relief on his tickets. Apparently, Mr. Lee has, he's given me a certificate, but I noticed that the certificate does not comport with the ones that we usually get from Michigan Defensive Driving. However, it does seem that instead of the 4-hour course, instead of the 8-hour course that Michigan Defensive Driving provides, he took a course from the American Safety Council. It has a course provider. It definitely it looks authentic with his driver's license number. Let's see if it's his, I'm sure it's his driver's license number. Yeah, and that the Michigan Basic Driver Improvement course. And he took this course, due date was August 24th. Wait a minute.
That's my birthday, sir.
On course due date, August 24th, 1977.
That's my birthday, sir.
All right, that is his birthday. So let me allow Mr. Goss to have an opportunity to be heard.
I don't even know anything. Your Honor, I don't even know anything about that particular class. That's why we specifically, say Michigan Defensive Driving course to people 4 or 5 times when we offer that, as a potential option.
Put your appearance on the record, please.
Dr. Goss, on behalf of the state of Detroit.
All right.
So if I can just take a look at the class and see if it, somewhat similar, I'm willing to deviate from it to this slide, but I definitely don't want to do it, because it's just too many different entities out there to have to try to figure out which ones report to Michigan, state of Michigan laws.
All right. So here's the deal, Mr. Lee. I'm going to give the city attorney an opportunity to look over the course that you took. He's in turn going to just review it to see if there's hopefully there's a lot of similar information in there to the Michigan Defensive Driving course.
It was very informative.
Well, let's see how informative. Well, you're going to discuss that, and you're here to discuss that as well today too, right?
I can.
Yeah, well, that's what we discuss, or generally discuss on these things. Now, for the cases that we have, let me pull up the right ROAs for these cases, because let's go back to Mr. Lee, 217. I'm just going to print out these ROAs. You got these cases recent.
I did acquire some new cases, sir.
Did the Michigan driving course, was the first thing on that course was don't drive a vehicle if you don't have a license?
It did not say that, no, sir.
But it didn't have to say that, did it?
It did not have to say that, no, sir.
All right, let's see that. We're going to try to make this a one-stop shop.
I would really appreciate that, sir.
But you're going to have to hope that the city attorney.
Hope that glad. I'm not going to read you out.
Let's see. Two.
I may be out there bad.
Well, you're the one that's going to make the decision on whether you want to accept that or not. Don't be the bad guy too much.
Yes.
I just, you know something, why are we even doing this?
What?
Because the allegation here is that the first allegation on February 16, 2021, that he had open intox in a motor vehicle. Now, that wasn't good enough, so he had to get another allegation of open intox in a motor vehicle. Seems like two. But that's the one we're dealing with now, the first one. So
Well,
it seems like you want to.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm speaking, Mr. Lee.
I apologize, sir.
All right. So while even if you did get credit for that course.
Yeah, I think you want to get credit for the 31 over. You have to take 31 over.
Yeah, I know that 31 over too. But I mean, it's like they're all kind of connected. They alleged he had the New Amsterdam in the car on the first one. I don't see the original ticket on the second one. So I don't know. So do you have any information for the court?
I'm waiting for you to send me the
whole file?
The course name.
Oh, okay, here. Oh, I gave you the course name is Michigan. Here, I can send you his certificate. If you want me to forward you the certificate. American Safety Council is the name of the court. Then there's even more allegations of 30 miles an hour over. On May the 31st, 2021, that's been entered into the system on 7/20/2021. All right, here, you can take this, do what you want with it. I don't think the course even matters, sir, because you haven't learned anything. Let's pass that matter. Let's move on.
May I speak, Your Honor, on my behalf, please, sir?
No. I'll put you in a breakout room with the lawyer, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand everything that he's got here, Mr. Boffman? Mr. Boffman, you're on mute, sir.
Oh, I am so sorry, and I was speaking so eloquently. I said that I understand the nature of the charges.
Well, let's say this, we're back on the record with Mr. Lee. Go ahead.
For the record, Harry Bachman, on behalf of the defendant, understand the nature of the charges and the court's reticence here. I would appreciate a moment to speak to the defendant, and we can really hone in on what I believe is the court's ultimate concern here. That's the people.
And it's, well, let's just say this so that I don't know if you have all of this in front of you. But let's say that Mr. Lee came to us back maybe a month ago or so. And he, for the driving course was for the 31 over.
Right.
Then subsequently, I mean, and then we saw at that time he had an open alcohol and motor vehicle. He's had another open alcohol and motor vehicle that he pled guilty to back in 2015. And the other alcohol and motor vehicles had on that day the allegation is that he had an open alcohol and motor vehicle back in February 16th of 2021. Now he's followed that up with another open alcohol and a motor vehicle at 7/15/2021. That's the allegation. And he's also followed that up with another speeding ticket of
31 over.
30 miles an hour over the speed limit again.
Understood, John.
All right, so I don't know what the new offer is going to be, but you can speak with him. He wants to say something. Just let you speak with him before he says anything that may incriminate himself even more. Okay.
I have a plan. If I can speak to Mr. Lee about it, maybe we can implement that, Your Honor. If it would please.
He's at the breakout room where you vote.
Thank you kindly. Sir, join me in room 2.
Just join that room, Mr. Lee.
I joined it and I just came back. I really don't know how to do it.
He's in there waiting on you now.
Okay. A button do I press?
It should be still prompted up there.
It is not, sir. It was, and I broke to the breakout room, and now it's not coming back.
The way that you can get it here. I'm gonna move you to 1 and then back to 2 again, so it'll have that prompt again.
Okay. Right. So join 2.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You might need some alcohol.
Judge,
yes.
This is Attorney Kevin Bassan again. I'm on Nikolai Gore, and I've been texting my client, calling my client. It's now 10 o'clock. I don't believe he's going to sign in today, Judge.
Well, what do you want to do, sir?
Judge, well, I would ask for an adjournment, but this is the reason why we adjourned it last time. I know he had notice of today's hearing, and I know that he's receiving.
Let me call the case so we can put this on the record. I don't see forward on the docket at least.
Oh, it's at 8:30. It's spelled kind of different. GHEOR. It's like the set down.
Okay. This is the City of Detroit versus Nikolai Gore, case number U5638760. Appearances for the record, please.
And good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Kevin Bassan, P71061, on behalf of Mr. Nikolai Gore. Your Honor, today is the date and time scheduled for pretrial conference. I've been in communication with my client. I know he had notice of today's hearing. I've texted and called my client, and to no luck or to no avail, he has not signed on as of yet. This matter was set for 8:30. It's now 10:05. I have no reason to believe that he will sign on, at least as of right now. I would hate for the court to issue a capias because I can't really give the court a reason of why he hasn't signed on. So I would leave it in the court's discretion to either temporarily adjourn this matter or proceed further, Judge.
And when you talk about a temporary adjournment, I don't know if a capias is gonna do anything really there. I could put a bond on the case, and if he gets picked up, then that would be that. But when you talk about a temporary adjournment, how temporary are you speaking of, Counselor?
Judge, I would say no more than a week, just to maybe get in contact with my client. I know he does not live in Michigan, he lives in Texas, and he's also of Romanian descent. But at that, I just want to be able to at least talk to him and find out what's going on and what's happening.
Is he in Michigan now?
No, he's from my understanding, he's been in Texas, Judge, and has been zooming in from Texas since his arraignment.
And that was under Judge Langston.
Right, and when we were before Judge Langston, for 2 hearings, he was present. But ever since the court has transferred, you know, I can't get him on Zoom, but he has the notices, and I've given him the notices, and he's provided me notice that he's received it. So I'm not certain what's going on.
All right, I'm gonna give you one more week to figure it out. If not, we're just gonna enter a bench warning.
All right, thank you.
Let's give you until August the 9th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be the last adjournment.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Goss? Yes, sir. What are we gonna do? Put it over in.
Your Honor,
Lee Justice.
I apologize. I don't have the docket. Can I get the spelling of Nikolai Gore's name?
Yes, that would be Nikolai, Nicolae, Gore, Georahe.
Thank you.
We'll get you, well, I don't know if necessarily a docket matters right now because we're almost to the end, but we'll make sure that you have one for tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are you gonna be with us the rest of the week, Madam Porter, or do you know?
I'm not sure just yet, Your Honor. I have to check to see how I'm scheduled.
All right, we'll be 2 weeks, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
2 weeks. So.
You never tell me ahead of time, so I didn't even.
All right. Well, I don't think anybody really knew. All right, so they're still in the breakout room with Lee.
Your Honor, on Lee, it's 2 open indicts, a FTD and speeding, 10 open. And he still has state matters, but
yeah, those will get dismissed anyway.
Right. So
This is
that's why I think it's fair, because of the state matters are being dismissed.
You know, some people you can help, some people you can't.
Right. That's just egregious.
Mr. Goss, can I have your P number, please?
I am so sorry. I did not realize that it was you until after the fact. 60162. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Long time.
Let's see. Ready, Madam Porter?
Your Honor, yes.
Let's see if we can help Mrs. Catherine Glenn. Case number.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Case number is H00132301. Case number SP 114741. 5 counts 1, 2, and 2. Case number SP 114929991. Case number SP 11666347. Counts 1, 2, and 3. All right. And this is Okay, you were ordered as well, you had the opportunity as well to take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. Did you do that, Mrs. Glenn?
Yes, Your Honor, I did start that. I sent you an email stating that I did start it and paid for the receipt, but when you just said that it was $60, I only paid $39. So I'm not sure if I did the right one either, but I did listen to the directions you gave me, MichiganDrivingCourse.com. I went to that, and the first one popped up was.
You must not have listened to them very well.
I wrote it down. You said it. MichiganDrivingCourse.com. DefenseDrivingCourse.com.
DefensiveDrivingCourse.com.
Yes, that's what I went to. Like I said, I emailed you a copy of my receipt, what I paid. It was $35.95. But then I got an error that came to my phone and said that my account was locked because the outdate security question failure. So I gave them a call because it is a number you can call for help. The lady said, try calling back in 3 to 5 business days. This could be happening because I'm doing it on a cell phone. So I'm in court today to ask for one more day so I can finish it. I have like 2 more courses. It's a 14 course thing, like a 14 chapter. I have 2 more courses to complete, but I can't do it on my phone.
Let me see.
I sent you the emails also of that, like I said, the payment and the error that popped up on the website.
I don't see the email that you sent me now, but I'm not really concerned about that because you're saying that this course is not complete. So if I go to Michigan Defensive Driving, see, people really have to pay attention to what they're signing up for, because it appears that Ms. Glenn has signed up for the wrong course as well. And it's like when you just Google search Michigan Defensive Driving course, the first course that comes up is not Michigan Defensive Driving course, it's Michigan Basic Driver Improvement. Even the second course that comes up is State Approved Driving Safety. And the third is not that. You have to scroll down and it has Michigan Online Defensive Driving, and that's the www.michigandefensivedriving.com that I gave you.
I typed in Michigan.
Go ahead, ma'am.
You're muted, Ms. Glenn.
All right, well, it looks like there's a lot of other things anyway. This is Glenn's file that need to be addressed. Let me get all this together for you. Because I can't hear it.
Mr. Langdon, can you please mute your device?
Mrs. Glenn is gone, right? All right, let's pass this matter. She needs some more time anyway. Where are we at with Mr. Lee? All right, here's where we're at with Mr. Lee. Because I don't really need to hear anymore. There's gonna be, what is that? Open intox passenger. 2 counts. 2 counts. And
are we back on the record for Mr. Lee?
yeah, we're back on the record with Mr. Lee.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead, Counselor, you want to speak?
Sure, and I had a discussion with Mr. Lee, and we understand that he's here for the purposes of pretrial. And I also indicated that we understood completely the court's reticence and the prosecutor's reticence to move forward with Mr. Lee until he educates himself in a way that we can understand and appreciate. For that reason, I'm asking if the court would consider here a motion to adjourn today's pretrial to a date and time when the defendant can return. He has, after discussion with me, agreed that it's in his best interest to, at his own expense, come back with a full substance abuse report to submit to this court. In addition, that he would also seek whatever cognitive therapy that he could receive between now and that date, and perhaps come back and everybody could feel better about what we're trying to do with Mr. Lee, which is ultimately help him and help the people of the state of Michigan and keep everybody safe here. So respectfully, if you would consider for that reason an adjournment for 90 days, Your Honor, to allow the defendant to complete the counseling, and he's a man of modest means, Your Honor, so since it's going to be at his expense, he indicated to me that he's going to need some time in order to complete payment, you know, from beginning to end for his substance abuse assessment and counseling. So we are making that request here respectfully. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, I don't know if you even heard me. I don't think you even heard me, but when you guys went into the breakout room, I said, Mr. Lee might need some substance abuse treatment or assessment or something, because, you know, or you know what? Sometimes in these cases, jail is just really the only alternative that you could really point to that'll try to wake somebody up. Because you know, you get caught once, then you made a mistake. Yeah. But this is just like repeated behavior, and I'm not even saying that he's actually guilty of it all. It's just the allegations. Who gets pulled over all these times for going 30 miles over the speed limit? Who gets pulled over? And at least on 3 occasions, there's an allegation. One is a guilty plea. He pled guilty to drinking and driving, or to having open intox in a motor vehicle at least. And then the other 2 is the same allegations. And then, you know, who does it again while they got an open case already open? Sure. You would think that he would just be, first of all, not supposed to be driving at all, but be going the speed limit or right on the speed limit in a 10-2 position, in that he doesn't get pulled over again. But nah, Mr. Lee, you know what it is? Mr. Lee's shit is more important than everybody else.
Understood.
That's what it is. Isn't that so, Mr. Lee?
I'm sorry, say that again, sir.
I said, your shit is more important than everybody else's.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, right. You want to say something, Counselor? Mr. Goss, did you want to say something?
Your Honor, we have no objection to the motion. It's evident that he does need some type of substance abuse evaluation. That might give us a clearer idea of how to actually handle Mr. Lee before he actually ends up before he with the OWI charge.
Oh, the OWI before he kills himself or kills somebody else, or kills somebody's kids or one of us.
Understood, Your Honor. The defendant is not, these facts are not lost on the defendant here. He regrets to be here for these purposes, and he admits and knows he needs some straightening. He's going to do that at his own expense, Your Honor. He's going to undergo the things.
I understand that, and Mr. Baughman, I definitely appreciate your representation. You were basically reading my mind, but I just don't have much confidence in Mr. Lee. I just don't have much confidence, and I'm just going to say that right out to everybody on YouTube and everybody in this court. I don't have any much. And sir, stop smoking in the courtroom, please.
Your Honor, before we continue, can we take a couple seconds? I just need to switch my tape.
All right, very well.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Back on the record with Mr. Darren Lee. The defendant indicated through counsel that he wants to go get some sort of extensive alcohol assessment, and that he wants 90 days in order to come back. I will state for the record that there's an offer here to plead to 2 counts of open intox passenger, 1 count of failure to display a valid driver's license, and another count of speeding 65 and a 55. Normally, I would just fine Mr. Lee the $240 for each misdemeanor count, and then the $135 for the limited access speeding count, 65 and 55. But in this kind of situation, I haven't sent anybody to jail yet, and it would be I really wouldn't be looking forward to doing that. I wish that my main purpose in this courtroom is to try to get everybody back on the road legally driving. I think that my courtroom prosecutor is very fair. I think that Mr. Boffman, if I could have him in this courtroom every day, I would, because he argues on the clients zealously on behalf of the clients and everything. But I couldn't say that I wouldn't send Mr. Lee to jail right about now if he wanted to take that offer, which I could send you to jail up to 90 days, probably even more than that. I'd have to look at the statute, but I'm going to allow. I do think you need some alcohol assessment, sir. I hope that comes from a position more so from you than your attorney, but I'm sure your attorney was the one that probably came up with that for you. So I'm going to give you that opportunity to do that. That's going to be at your own expense.
Since you give him 90 days, he should take the right course.
Yeah, I'm on.
He's going to do that too, Your Honor. We have that in mind as well. He's going to do the correct Michigan basic driving course and return with that completed. So I'm going to chat you, sir, the correct link for that driving course, Mr. Lee, okay?
It's www.michigandefensivedriving.com, and as I see, and I listen. The course is not. The course is really not even where I'm at right with this right now. I understand the fact that things get mixed up, and I like to consider myself being very fair, and the driving course is the driving course. I'm sure they got pretty much the same content. So we're kind of way beyond that, we're way beyond that. But
I'm sorry, Your Honor, the volume just
I
came in.
understand, ma'am. I'm speaking now.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything.
All right, Ms. Glenn, can you mute your phone until I call your name, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lee, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to give you till October 31st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. I have noted here that you're going to take get an extensive alcohol assessment, and you're going to do well. And the city attorney wants you to take that course. I'm not too hung up on the driving courses so much. I'm just here to see if I was hoping that that would kind of trigger you to get your act together, but obviously it's not really doing much. So I'll tell you this: if these courses and this alcohol assessment doesn't trigger you to get your act together, if you come back in here with even a jaywalking ticket, sir, then you're going to jail, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if there's nothing further, this matter will be continued till pre-trial, October 31st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. And I'll be expecting to see what you said you were gonna bring, sir.
So I have to do the appropriate course, and I'm going to get this assessment.
No, I don't even care about the appropriate course at this point. I do hope that you bring something to the court of what you learned at that other course, but it doesn't seem like you learned too much.
I apologize, sir, if it seems like that. I apologize, but it's not.
I mean, you don't have to apologize to me. You speak, something people, I'm a man of my word. And if I say something, if I say I'm going to do something, even if circumstances completely change, I said I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But you speak and you say these things, that you wanted to take the course, you learn some things, but then your actions are totally different than what you're saying out your mouth. So I got to take your actions as how you really intended on things to be going. So we're going to see what your actions show from now until 90 days from now.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I'm going to leave it at that. Well, if I could say no driving all day long. I could say no driving till the cows come home, but you're going to go drive. That's just the way it is. No driving, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, he knows that if he gets caught, he's going to jail.
Yes, Your Honor. I just want it on the record.
It's on the record. No driving, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good day, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mrs. Glenn.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We were back on the record with Mrs. Catherine Glenn. Are you driving now, ma'am?
No, I am not. I'm still.
You're behind the wheel of a car, though, aren't you?
Yes.
And you don't have a driver's license, do you? There she goes. This doesn't make no sense at all.
That's just a day.
Huh?
We come to the day already.
This doesn't make any sense. Mr. Brian Langdon. I'm sorry, Byron Langdon. Is Mr. Langdon there? Unmute yourself, sir. All right, Mr. Langdon is not. All right, let's go to Marcus Loving.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is the state of Michigan versus Marcus Loving. Case numbers SX38488188, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Loving, we talked before, and what was our conversation? Remind me of what our conversation was.
Our conversation was I had to take the Michigan defense driving course, Your Honor.
Okay, and did you do that, sir?
Yes, sir, I did.
And did you provide the court with proof of that course?
No, I did not have the email to provide the court, Your Honor.
All right, if I can send you that email address now, can you get that to me, sir?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When I took the driving course, it was the Michigan online. It was the Michigan Defense Driving. I'm sorry, Michigan Defense Driving School.
Uh-huh.
Is that the right one? www.michigandefensedrivingschool.com.
Just MichiganDefensiveDriving.com. Yes, if it's www.MichiganDefensiveDriving.com, that is the right one. But Mr. Loving, we're not going to be held up on that so much. The overall principle was for you to get some sort of re-education. And I look at your file and I saw that you had an accident in this case. Looks like a single car accident, and because you were driving too fast. And this is a state case, so, but you can take a look at it. So, I mean, did you get the chat, the email in the chat where I said about my email address, sir?
Yes, I see it. Can you just give me a few minutes to send it?
Certainly, certainly.
Remember I talked to Wolf. That's the case that I told her. That's why. I'm saying.
Let's go to Mr. Gaines. I'm going to pass your matter, Mr. Loving, until I get proof of that course, and then we're going to have some discussion about that.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what else Mr. Gaines has going on. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I appreciate your patience.
Thank you.
All right. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Terrence Teray Gaines, case number SP 111-61981, SP 119-48491, SP 119-4852, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 119-48801. Let's see what we have here. Will include, these matters are in default. They were had during the pandemic, Counselor. SP 111-619-2, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 111-6197, counts 1 and 2.
For the record, Harry Bachman on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Gaines, announce your name, please.
Terrence Gaines.
Thank you, sir. As to those matters in default, Your Honor, we would ask respectfully if you would consider a motion to set aside the default so that we could pre-try and settle those matters here if possible.
All right, motion granted. I'll set aside the default based on all these instances happening during the pandemic. Let me just get all Mr. Gaines stuff together. 7172 92192. Start putting some stuff. All right, let me pass this matter on to my city attorney to see if we can get you an offer to resolve all these matters. Sir, so we'll pass that matter until I get you an offer back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll go back to Mr. Loving. Okay, Mr. Loving, it appears that you have taken the correct course. So, Mr. Loving, let's talk. Did you bring your notes with you today, sir?
You're on mute, sir.
Is that Mr.
Mr. Levin, you're on mute. Unmute your mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yes, I did bring my notes.
Okay, let's talk. Maybe Mr. Gaines and Mr. Langdon can learn something, as well as myself and everybody on the line and everybody that's potentially viewing on YouTube. I'll let you start and you let us know what you got out of the course, sir.
How do you want me to present? Do you want me to go chapter by chapter or just what I learned overall in general?
Well, let's start out with the most, was there a chapter on speeding and driving as it related to the conditions of the road?
Yes, there was. Yes,
All
there
right,
was.
let's talk about that. You spoke about, that's what we're here for. You had an accident on that day and it says, the allegations is you were driving, speeding too fast for the condition. So let's talk about that.
Okay. I learned from the driving course that speeding is a bad thing, especially on snowy weather, because when I was driving, I pushed the brakes too hard and too long, which caused the back of the car with the traction control, I'm sorry, to spin out of control from the back because I kept my foot on the brake when I should have took my foot off the brake and touched it slightly while also accelerating carefully.
And that's one of the things that the course taught you. Is that something that you didn't previously know?
Yes, that was something I didn't previously know, but I wish I did back then.
And that was what was going on in your conditions at that time you had the accident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about how many chapters were in the course, sir?
There were 14 chapters in the courses. In the course.
Let us get something else that you overriding didn't know from the course that you know now.
Let's see. Going through my notes. I would like to talk about the alcohol drinking and driving.
Yeah, I'm sure you could have, if you could have let, I wish Mr. Lee would have been on the line when you had that. What did you learn from that, sir?
I learned that the alcohol, when you drink alcohol, it flows from, when you drink alcohol, the alcohol flows flows to your stomach, your brain, and your kidneys, causing you to dysfunction properly. And if I'm looking at my notes, sorry. I'm sorry, it affects your heart, stomach, and liver.
Now, you say that it flows, they gave you that for a reason, is that correct? Does it saying that it hits your stomach, then your brain, and then your kidney? Does that tell us that possibly that when you drink immediately thereafter, it's flowing into your stomach, it may not have the effect on you that it's later on gonna have after it hits your brain and your kidney? Is that what why they gave you that order?
Yes, the effects of the alcohol don't exactly happen right then and there, but the effects come later.
Okay. Very well. And let us get one other point that you learned from this, sir.
Going off my notes.
Let me ask you about the signage. Did you know the many different signs that they had? Did they speak on that?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did have different signs. They had pedestrian signs, stop signs, school signs, yield signs, worker sign.
Were there some signs in that course that you had never seen before and that you're just now learning about?
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I do not have the different signs here in my notes. Sorry.
That's okay. Listen, Mr. Lovin, let me ask you this. Did you get something out of the course, sir, overall?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lovin, I find that you have done what you said you were going to do, and I find that you have really taken the course seriously. And I told you that I was going to help you out with this because of the serious nature that you've taken this with, because of your driving record. This is the only thing that you have on your driving record. Today, we're going to keep that clean, sir, and we're going to dismiss both these matters, okay? Just make sure, sir, that especially during those winter months, that you use caution when you're driving, sir. The speed limit signs are posted, and in the summertime when there's no rain and the conditions are dry, then you can operate at those signs. But don't think for a minute that just because that speed limit sign is there, that it's snowing and the conditions call for you to drive slower, then there's going to be an expectation that you drive where what the conditions warrant you to drive. So if it's the speed limit 55 and the conditions are bad, then there's an expectation that you drive either 45, 35, or something other than what that posted speed limit is. And if you don't do that, you can be ticketed and cited for that. So, Mr. Lovin, I appreciate your dialogue with this, and I appreciate you taking the class seriously. We're going to dismiss the matter, and you are free to leave, sir, if you don't have any further questions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lovin. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you. You too.
Be safe out there. All right.
I will.
All right. Here we have this. You got Mr. Gaines. Go ahead. All right. Let's go to Mr. Langdon, Byron Langdon. I called this case earlier. I don't think Mr. Langdon had his, and he's still, okay, now you got to unmute yourself, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
So this is the city of Detroit versus Byron Langdon. Call case number SP 108 07391. Mr. Langdon, it appears that you have already pled on this case.
Have I?
Yeah, it appears that you pled back on July the 12th, 2021, like 3 weeks ago. That would have been in front of me.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so scheduled for arraignment on bench warrant, I guess, because you made a representation that you were going to pay. The only reason why I can see that you're here. What, you tell me what went on, sir.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Yes.
What happened, I haven't received anything saying how much I owe or anything in the mail. I don't know if I need to go down to the courthouse to get it clarified or what, but I haven't received any correspondence since the last time I was in front of you. So I was kind of in limbo what to do. I did receive something that my license was being suspended, but I have not received anything about the payment amount that I owe or nothing. I want to pay. I do want to pay, but do I need to go down to the courthouse, get the paper, documentation, or is it supposed to come to me? I'm confused on that part, Your Honor.
Mr. Langdon.
Yes.
Let's not even go there, sir.
Okay.
All right. Let's not even go there. Hey, keep it real with me. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You got, I don't know how many years on me. You were born in 59. I was born in 72. How old are you?
62, Your Honor.
62 years old.
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna tell me, first of all, I know, and I know that I gave you the dollar amount that you owed back when you got the ticket. There's no question about that. I gave everybody their dollar amounts. Now I go through, even that you have $45 late fee on top of that, so I can go through the whole spiel of what I gave you. But to sit here and tell me that you didn't know, you don't know how to look it up, or you need to come to the courthouse, all you just do is say, hey, I need some more time. You got anything to say about that, Mr. Bosman?
Yeah, well, respectfully, you know, all you have to do is make the payments, and if you don't have the money, then this judge and really everyone in this courthouse is willing to try to work with you. So, you know, you're right, Your Honor. Let's not hide behind what the actuality is. We haven't performed. Mr. Langdon, can you let the court know at this time how long it's going to take for you to pay? How much more time do you need?
Can I have 3 weeks, Your Honor?
Listen, my father always told me to put a date on it. When I owed him some money and it threw me aback at the first time, I was like, whoa, I got to pay you back. He was like, put a date on it. Mm-hmm. So you put a date on it, sir, and the date that you put on there is what you're gonna be held to, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if it's 3 weeks or 2 months, make it serious.
First, August the 14th.
August the 14th?
No, September the 14th. I'm sorry.
I was about to say August the 14th, September 14th. Listen to this,
That's
Mr.
correct.
Langdon. Listen to this,
That's
Mr. Langdon. If you come correct on September the 14th and have, all I'm concerned about is the deal that we entered into on July the 12th, 2021. That was $240. I see you have some other issues here with some civil infractions that are in default.
Yes.
Oh, now it's not just the $240. It's the 200 as another 95. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
Are we looking at some extra penalties and fees related to the civil infraction SP 11563-221?
No, you don't.
No extra penalties and fees on that?
No, I don't show.
That's just a 195. Okay, so let's give them more time on that. September 14th. So you got two. That I'm concerned about. You got some others out here too, but the two I'm concerned about is the $195 and the $240. And that would be $435. Are you saying that you can pay that $435 by September 14th, or now
Yes,
that you
yes.
see?
Yes, I'll be able to by September 14th, pay that amount.
I'm not trying to run you into the ground with this, sir. I'm trying to give you my time. So I'll put September the 14th. And if you come back on September the 14th and you do like you said you will do, then I'll help you out on these civil infractions that you didn't pay a long time ago. I'll see if we can get some of those late fees and get you back to the original tickets on those. How about that?
I appreciate you. I appreciate it very much, sir.
All right, pay by September the 14th. All right, if there's nothing further, Mr. Langdon, just don't come next time with that game that you had. It's not gonna fly here, all right?
I apologize, y'all.
All right, have a very good day.
Thank you, y'all.
Permission to speak, Your Honor?
All right, we're back on the record with Mrs. Glenn now. She finally drove to her best.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I had to come to the hospital and my phone keeps cutting off while I'm here. So that's why I had to keep reconnecting with you. And I also know I was in the wrong for driving, but I'm not gonna lie, this is a serious appointment I could not miss.
All right,
and I understand all the penalties that you're gonna give me. I accept because I'm totally in the wrong.
Mrs. Glenn, please don't say any more. How much time do you need to take this course?
I gotta get this done.
Mrs. Glenn, how much time do you need to take this course?
I can have this finished by tomorrow. I just need to know I'm doing the right course.
It's gonna take you more than one day now.
She's gone.
Like we lost her, Your Honor.
All right. Yeah. What about Mr. Gaines?
I'm trying to do it. He got a lot.
Yeah, Mr. Gaines got a lot. Are you still driving, Mr. Gaines?
No, sir.
But you're just sitting in the driver's seat, keeping it warm for somebody on.
No, I ride to work with my coworker. I'm sitting in his car.
That's the same thing you told us last time, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I drive with him, my boss.
You drive for him?
I ride with him to work.
Oh, okay. All right, we're waiting on an offer. Did we put Mr. Gaines' case on the record?
Is the offer gonna get better if we do some defensive driving here? I mean, obviously, Mr. Gaines he's here on at least 6, 7, 8 counts, I think, 2, 4, 6, 7 counts.
Mr. Gaines is really, he has.
He just needs to stop driving. It's more failure to display things and no ops.
Are we
have one movie?
Let me say this. Did we call his cases, Madam Reporter? I think we did.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We're back on the record with Mr. Terrence Gaines. Yeah, Mr. Gaines' stuff really, the only thing I can really see is a disregard in a red or amber light that kind of warrants, like, a defensive driving. Disregarding a flasher or arrow. So I don't see that. You just said he needs to stop driving before he gets the driver's license.
Understood. Mr. Gaines, have you ever had a driver's license?
Yes, my license been revoked for over a decade.
Okay.
I've been off the road for a while. I said my license been revoked since I was younger, over a decade. but I went away for some time. And when I got out, I couldn't get my license back because I'm in registration denial.
Okay. So
Well,
what
you want to speak to Mr. Baughman in the breakout room?
Yes, sir.
All right, that'll work. We'll join those rooms.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. Well, anyway, if he's done some time,
That's why I stopped.
if he's done some time.
Yeah, I feel that we need to give people opportunity when they come back. If it's not, it's just a cycle that you.
Yeah.
We'll just do something. Just give them 3 blockade, MPD, vitamins. 1 syllable, or 2 syllables, 1 MPD.
2 syllables and 1 MPD.
And the rest, and 3 of those tickets are states, which I know you're gonna drop because, her fee to the state, to the city.
All right.
So, give them out.
Oh, let's call the Allen Park. It should be open now.
Oh, for that name?
Yeah.
Oh, we still haven't figured it out?
No, this spot green was wrapped up in one of the.
You still got that,
That was wrapped up in one of the files. This was Lynn. We'll just give her time to get back.
do you remember that ticket number for Allen Park?
Who was that, Micaiah? No,
The gardener?
Garner, I didn't get a ticket number from her. We
We looked it up on the SOS. I was gonna see if I could, you want me to try to make a court date for her, or what are we trying to do? for her?
Well, let's give her the information. All she needs to really do is walk in. And then I wanted to email the judge, let her know that she took our Michigan defensive driving course. You know, she's a young lady, see if that'll, help her out a little bit. Okay,
Your Honor, may I proceed?
Mr. Gaines.
Yes, Judge.
Before you start, the city attorney has basically given an offer here. And Mr. Gaines, the offer is going to be to plead to 1 misdemeanor of failure to display a $240 fine, a blocking traffic of $175, and an expired plate of $145. So today, it'll be $560. And then all the other matters will be dismissed. Now, Mr. Baughman, did you want to say something on behalf of your client?
Sure, we spoke, and I only wanted to indicate that he's willing to enter into a plea agreement here. We just would ask that we try to keep him out of that point jeopardy with regard to points on his driving record, and if he would be able to plead to things that don't abstract. He indicated to me that his license has previously been revoked for excessive points. I did advise him as to how he might go about achieving a reinstatement of his driving privileges, and nothing more. Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
So based on that representation, I do appreciate the fact that, how much time did you do, sir?
12 years.
When did you get released?
2015, October 21st.
And all these matters took place after you were released from
Yes, sir.
duty, right? All right. So let's say this. You're working now, right?
Yes, Judge.
So let's do this. Let's do an improper plate for the one of the misdemeanor tickets. That is a misdemeanor. It's non-abstractable misdemeanor. So obviously there's no points. The Secretary of State won't know. It's a $240 fine. And then there is another ticket here, disregarding the red flashes that they want you to block in traffic. Is that good enough? Don't drop it as fire, please. Just get blocked in traffic. Let's do that. All right. So what we'll do, Mr. Gaines, 240 plus 175, 415 a day, non-abstractable. I'll give you time to pay. We'll dismiss the other matters. One-time deal.
Yes, sir.
Come back. We're gonna throw the book at you.
I know. I won't be back.
All right. So let's say this. All right, Mr. Gaines, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can put your hand down. Mr. Gaines, you understand you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gaines, let me do this. Let me draw your attention to, what is that, September 22nd, 2020, at around 9:12 p.m. in the city of Detroit, area of Connor and Gratiot. Mr. Gaines, let's go with this one. Strike that. Let's do this one here. Mr. Gaines, on May the 1st, 2021, at around 3:22 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Joy Road in Yosemite, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that date, were you operating a 2010 Hyundai?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was something wrong with the plates on that vehicle, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. The plate didn't match the vehicle.
All right, very well. I'm gonna find you guilty of improper plates. That's pleading straight up to improper plates. And I'm gonna fine you $240 for that matter. Let's draw your attention to same date and time, sir. Did you get pulled over for disregarding a red flasher or arrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you got pulled over for that because you in fact did disregard that red flasher or arrow, is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna find you responsible for the amended count of blockading traffic in that matter. And I'm gonna fine you $175 for that. Mr. Gaines, when can you pay, sir?
I can pay on the 17th of this month.
All right. I'm gonna give you to the 24th, sir. If you find yourself in the position where you can't get that paid by the 24th, I will hope that you will stay on top of this and zoom back in, and we'll see if we can get you some more time. If you pay that, that'll close these matters out.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
And Your Honor, the total of his fine was $240?
No, the total of his fine was 415. That's the 240 plus the 175.
Got it.
Are you clear on that, Mr. Gaines?
Yes, Your Honor. 415.
415, and let's waive any warrant fees. You may have some reinstatement fees, sir, that you may have to deal with, but that's not going to be a part of this hearing today. Just keep in mind that if the 415 is paid and you still owe those $45 reinstatement fees, then you're going to have to pay those before you can get a driver's license. But all I'm concerned about is the 415 agreement, the $415 agreement that we entered into today.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, then have a great day.
You too. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for your patience too.
Thank you.
All right. Let's give Mrs. Glenn another 30 days. So if she zooms back in, let's give her another 30 days. To take care of that. All right. Let's go back on the record with Mrs. Catherine Glenn. Mrs. Glenn seems to be having some issues with her device. She mentioned that she was taking the defensive driving course, albeit the wrong course, but she mentioned that she needs to have some more time to complete the course, and the court is going to give her the time that she needs to complete it. Let's put on there September 1st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Okay, if it's nothing further, Madam Court Reporter, I think that does it for us this morning.
Thanks, Your Honor. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time.
Your Honor, is there an afternoon for today's docket?
Yes, it is at 1:30.
Okay. See you back at 1:30, Your Honor.
All right, see you later. Okay. right, we'll see you. Who's the judge here? Speak with the clerk.
I just spoke to, the next available clerk. They have 3 judges.
Yeah.
24th District Court of the City of Allen Park at Mountfield. If you know your party's 3-digit extension number,
Will you
please
write
dial
it down
it
for
now
the
or
judges?
press pound for the company directory. If you would like information.
Why don't you do this? Find out who the judge is and the ticket numbers that
Yes,
she
but I
has.
was, what's her last name?
Her name is Garner, Micaiah Garner. Here's her first name, the last name at the top up there. Find out that, and then find out the judge and the judge's email address. And then I will email the judge, and then we'll contact her when we get a response back, hopefully later on today. This over is going back around and
Yes, it's back in, back in the red zone again.
it's in the building.
Huh?
It's in the building now.
To the building?
Yep. Last Friday, somebody tested. Positive. Wow. I'm gonna throw this out.
You don't want to answer?
I already know what it's for. I'm telling him on the way down.
Maybe you don't have to go. You want to pick up?
Why didn't you answer if you knew what it was for instead of saving her opportunity time and do it?
I know, because you maybe get on my nerves about that.
Oh, it's speakers. Yeah. What's up? All right, I know, all right, I was on the way down. All right. All right. All right.
All right, I'm gonna go. There's nothing else. Whose file is this?
I see on my clock.
Oh, that's, no, I gotta check on that. They've been on the.
All right. All right, I'll be back. No, if something comes up, let me know.
Okay, you're on.
All right.
case number. Can you tell me the status of this case, please? The ticket number is 18C144932. The last name is Garner Micaiah, Micahya. Oh, I don't need to tell her to have a court date. She can just pay it. Oh, thank you so much. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye. Oh, let me see. right, Judge. I didn't know if you got my text just now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just like some of the tickets we used to have here, or I don't know if they're still doing it. If it's a warrant and they just didn't pay it, they can just go ahead and pay it. They don't have to go to court on it. It looked like it might have been disclosed already. And I guess it's a warrant, but she can just pay it and be done with it.
All right, you want to call her? Let her know.
I'm trying. Let me see, where is that number? I guess I can. I'll locate her number in the file, Your Honor.
I wrote it down in the file.
Yes. Yes, I can do that.
I appreciate it. Just let her know.
Okay, Your Honor. Right, I know it's important. Okay, I'll do it right now, Your Honor. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Ali, you thirsty? Yeah. Okay. Ali, you want some of this pop?
Miss Glenn? Miss Glenn? Catherine Glenn?
Glenn? Can you hear me? You're on mute.
Okay, yes, I hear you now. I'm here.
Yes, the judge gave you September 1st to come back on September 1st.
Okay, I didn't even need that long to complete the course. I can complete the course in a day, but I need to make sure I'm doing the right course
Well,
because
you already paid for that one, so just finish that course that you paid for.
sure.
Right. We don't want you spending more money on another course.
Okay, fine. Did he receive those emails of me confirming that I paid for the course?
I don't know about that. That's why he just gave you September 1st to come back on.
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay. Now, if you completed before that, log in and see if he can squeeze you in on that day. So if
Okay,
you finish,
thank you.
he might let you log in again.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Judge. I'm sorry, I'm not able to locate her phone number. Do you have it? I was trying to find the file. I went down to the file room. They got them put up, but I went through them. Okay, I'm gonna have to check. Okay. Well, okay, Your Honor, I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Oh.
Can you call her on your phone?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
Good. Can I help you?
Yes, I was calling for receipt for the judge to talk to the judge about some tickets that I owe. My name is Anthony Lee.
Okay, Mr. Lee, yeah, we have finished for the morning session. Are you able to log back in with us on, like about 1:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we're at lunch right now, unfortunately. So, first thing, 1:30, we'll be back on Zoom with you, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So just on your end, you got the Zoom now?
Yes, okay. She said I gotta call back at 1:30.
All you do is push the net now.
Pushing what? Zoom?
Yeah. And then, you know, she said just say her name once you do talk to the judge. That wasn't the judge.
No. We see the games.
Don't make sense.
What else? What else?
She said you from them, let them know you from the phone.
And you want to do your community service for your tickets. It's still on. Too.